right, today we're going to practice some side-to-side directionals, and we'll show you how to progress your dog pretty quickly. You can use anything. You can use a fence you could use a fence like this. That's not a fence obviously, but it is a barrier of the dock. You can also use a smaller fence, like the fence like this. You can also use a fence like that and have the dog on the outside. This is not a busy street, so I'm able to do that. Anyway, we're going to show you the advantages of barriers. Now, in its simplest form, what a lot of people will do when they practice these barriers, let me put this back a little bit, is I'm only, I don't know, maybe 10 yards from the dog. The dog's natural tendency and biggest problem is going to be, when you're moving the dog from side to side, is going to be him coming forward. So one of the big errors that people make is they will try this a couple times with a barrier and then put him out in a free environment, you know, like this, and try to start moving him side to side, which is going to dictate him coming forward. So I try to keep him boxed in a lot. Just put him in positions where he's boxed. So now I'm going to move him to the left, but I'm going to sit him halfway and move him back to the right. Finn, over, sit. Now, he's moving straight because he can't come in and he's got that barrier. I'm going to move him to the right. Over, sit. All right, now, you get the idea here, and I'll put him in the pool here in a minute, but I'm going to show you how you advance from that. Most people, what they would do is, you know, they sit here and they practice back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's what I call you never get out of first grade. A lot of different training styles, you know, they might be limited to whatever it might be. Maybe if you're using food, you're limited to the dog just being next to you, and that's all fine, but everything has its limitations, and I call that just elementary first grade stuff, which is great. And then you want to advance from there, obviously, at some point. So I don't have the dog next to me here, so I am going to move him all the way left again. Over, sit. Okay, so he has a little bit of an opening here to come to me because of the stairs, but I have him boxed in again because he's on a place board. Now, what will make this more difficult quickly is a few things. One is you have to make sure you have attention with your dog. When you're giving him any kind of hand signals, it's not going to do you any good if he's sitting and he's looking all over the place, because he can't see which way you're directing him. So once you're able to move him back and forth in a simple format, the next thing you want to do is to start to move back. Just moving back like this, I will zoom this, just moving back will cause the dog to want to come forward. So once you're out of first grade where you can do it there after a few times, I would immediately start moving back, but keep him in the barrier that he can't come forward. Now I am going to move him all the way to the pool. He can't come forward. If he did come forward, because he does have that little bit of opening, I would sit him as soon as he came off that box. So I want his energy going to my right here, or let's see, yeah, that would be right on the screen. I want his energy going to my right, so I call that point of commitment. So his point of commitment is he does not take one step forward. He only goes to the right. Let's try it. Over. Okay, so once he can do that, Finn, sit. Let's go up. I'm gonna move him, let's go. I'm gonna move him back to the dock. Over. Sit. He was going to the stairs and come down the stairs. I don't want him coming down the stairs. So now I have to send him straight back through that little entryway, and then I'll move him left. Sit. So if he's not looking at me, his sit command just means for him to look at me. Back, sit. Now we're going to move him to the left. Over. Sit. All right, so now we've got him from here. The key to all of this in the introductory stages is to have the barriers. Now I'm going to move way back here. And then this would be kind of your starting point from tomorrow. Over. We'll do more in another video.